I'm ready. Welcome everyone. Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. We are going to use a ball today. So if you got your ball, if you don't have your ball, get your ball. If you don't have a ball, use something else. Use a pillow. Pillows work for most of it. All right, first thing we're going to do, legs apart, feet flat on the floor. Find your neutral position. Ears, shoulders, hips. Now this is all lined up. Relax a little bit. Feet are flat on the floor, out at a diagonal. Knees follow the toes. First thing we're going to do, just bring that ball down between the legs. A little bend in the elbows. Just light pressure on the ball. Bring it up. Parallel with the floor. Hold it right there. And then bring it back down again. As you're doing this, a couple things you're looking for. One, don't lean forward. Keep the shoulder blades back. Keep your torso upright. Come right straight up. Hold it. And come back down. Hold the ball lightly. Control it. Again, we want to use the fingertips. We want to work those fine motor muscles to control instead of big, clumpy, thick muscles that try to tell us what to do. We want to tell the muscles what to do. We need those fine motor muscles. Bring it up again. It's about 3/4 of the way up. Stop right there. Roll the shoulder blades back while you're here. Make sure you're in neutral position. Get that curve in the lower part of the back. And then bring it back down nice and slow. Up again, one more time, going up overhead, all the way up, up. Shoulder blades back, chest out as high as you can get it, and then back down again. So if you can't go all the way, it doesn't matter. You just get it up as high as you can. Little by little, as we do these warm-ups, your shoulders will get a little more flexible. Walk the feet in, ball in one hand, out to the outside. We're just going to rotate the hand around, pass off to the other one. Going forward, up, and back. Take it easy. Always keep a little bend in the elbows. As much bend in the elbows as you need. You want rotation through that shoulder, but you don't want to get it hurt. So you can take your time. As it starts to warm up, you'll get more movement through it. It's my first class today, so I'm working on the same thing, just getting that movement through the shoulder. My left one's a little more sore today than the right, so I got to take it easy. Up and around. It's getting better. And it's one thing about this old stuff and bring it down is you never know what joint is going to hurt today. All right, sit back in the chair all the way back. Let me show you what we're going to do. Check this out. Behind to forward. Opposite direction, bring it around. Behind the back. And up. Take your time with this. Reach. If you can, start taking it and getting it just a little bit higher up as you reach behind. Let me do this so you can see it go. Around, reaching up, not leaning forward, not doing this to get it up higher. But work those shoulders. Stretch out the front of the shoulders. Bring it up just a little more to the front and then around to the back. Opposite direction. Clockwise to counterclockwise. Out. Around to the back. And in. Again, that's one of those things, the longer you do it, the more you do it, the more flexibility you'll get to that shoulder, the more movement. All right, back to the rotations. This time we're going to go backwards. Hand off in front. Bring the arm around to the back. And I forgot to do this the last time. I only went forward. So I was trying to make it look like this is the way it was meant to be. We were going to do forward, then around the chair, then back. And if I hadn't told you, you would not know. And around. I'm not too bright that way. Up, around the back, rotate that hand as you bring it. So palm turns to the back as you bring that hand around the bottom. So you're pointing up as you come up, and the other hand down, around. Let's just stop now. It's getting too complicated. Ball in the hand. Single hand, grab onto it, reach up, rotate the hand as you push up at a diagonal, and bring it back down. Stay with that hand. Up, drive it, and bring it back. Sits bones stay flat on the chair, feet flat on the floor, knees stay over the ankles. So what you're not wanting to do is turn, feeling the sits bones rotate, everything turns to the side. There's no stretch in that. Stay forward and come down. Again, up and across, reach, and bring it back down. One more time, up, reach across, and bring it down, other hand. Beauty of the ball is by holding on to it, you're working grip strength at the same time, up and across. It's also a much better cue for keeping your posture as you come up and over and back down. Take it up, rotate the hand, cross body. Again, don't lean to the side while you're doing this. Stay upright. One more time, up and over. Stretch it out and bring it down. Other hand, right across the body. So this time, shoulders rotate, back shoulder goes around, keeping the shoulders in a straight line, coming back to center. Again, just take that one, same hand, rotate the palm as you go across, back shoulder rolls back, front shoulder comes across. Other side, same thing. So you want to feel this in the upper back through the shoulder blades as well as the chest, front of that shoulder that's going behind. Reach across and back one more time. Want to rotate that bone within the socket, getting a little more flexibility through those muscles in the shoulders, and bring it back. Up at a diagonal. Both hands this time. We're going to do a wood chopper, bringing it down, holding it across, bring it right straight across the body. When you get about mid-torso, rotate the hand, so bring it down and roll the shoulders, bringing the hands down, shoulders around. Don't bend forward to try to get it down deeper. This is a rotation stretch around. Rotate it back, make sure the knees aren't turning as you come around. Reach up as high as you can, knees straight, toes straight. Ball comes down, mid-chest. Start rotating those hands down, roll the shoulders, reach. So if you're going to do any kind of a bend at all, it has to be a hip hinge. So let's try that once. As we bring it down, we're taking that rotation and we're bringing the shoulders down and going into a side hip hinge as we bring it down. Not rolling the shoulders down, not bringing the chin to the chest. Other side, same thing, bring it up across. Remember, don't let the knees drop out to the side. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. And around, shoulders back, up and over. So just get this first before you start doing a hip hinge. Bringing it across body and around. And this just stretches every body through the shoulders, through the neck, back, chest. Okay, one more time, this time with a hip hinge. Up and across, bring it down. Going to come out at a diagonal on that hip hinge as you rotate the shoulders. And bring it back up. So with that one, you should feel lower back just above that lumbar spine, just above it a little bit, that as you do that stretch and rotation, you can feel that stretch going all the way down the spine. All right, one hand, right straight up over the head, push. Drive it up, arm as high as you can get it, and bring it back down. Again, turn the hand underneath, roll it, drive it over. Sits bones don't come off the chair, don't lean to the side. You want to get the stretch to the shoulder. You should feel it all the way through the rib cage going down into those obliques in the side of the torso. Up, rotate, push, other hand. Check it out there. Ready? Up and over. And bring it back. I don't know, I'm much more cued into the movement when I've got the ball in the hand. I'm not sure why, but it just makes it a little easier to make that movement. I take it slower. I really take my time making sure that I'm feeling the muscles working that are supposed to be. And up. And bring it back down. Switch hands. Forward. We're going to punch. Push out. Drive it out. Roll that shoulder as far out as you can. Not leaning with it. You want to stretch through the upper back, through the shoulder. Push it out. And bring it back in again. So it's out. Roll the shoulders. Drive that forward shoulder out as far as you can get it. And bring it back in again. And out. And back. Other side. So you get great stretch going on. Rib cage all the way up to the neck. And bring it back. Rotate that back shoulder along with the front. Get that full rotation through the middle of the spine. So you got lots of movement there, lots of flexibility. Bring it back one more time. Push, push. Right there. And down. Get the ball in that hand. Shoulder blades are back. We're going to bring it to the middle, hand off, and bring it down at a diagonal. Roll the shoulder blades back, open up the chest. So we're really getting the front of the shoulders right here. Bring it around the front. Roll the shoulders forward. So as you come forward, as the ball comes forward, you're rolling the shoulders out. This is one where you are bringing the chin to the chest, getting as much stretch through the upper back as possible, and then bring it out to the side. Out in the middle, hold it right there. Chest press, holding onto the ball with the palms of the hands. Bring it in, elbows back as far as you can get them. Shoulder blades are tight behind you, and then take the ball and force it out like you're going to pass it, a basketball pass. Bring it back in, elbows back, elbows down at a 45-degree angle. It's the same as doing a push-up. And up. As much as you tighten those muscles up, that's the work you're going to have out of this. You make it nice and tight, push out slow, drive it out like it weighs a ton, and bring it back. You're going to feel the muscles in the chest working as you push, upper back as you pull it back in again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, push it out. And bring the arms down. Arms out to the side, palms up overhead. Little bend in the elbows, balls right straight overhead if you can get it there. So the arms are right next to the ears. You're looking right straight out in front of you. Don't let the chin come down to the chest. And bring it down. Little bend in the elbows, keeping the shoulder blades back the entire time. Up. This is really easy to let yourself kind of roll forward, letting the shoulders droop. You want to keep them back. And back down again. Do this with your eyes closed. So close the eyelids, roll the shoulder blades back, bring it up overhead, practicing proprioception here. Knowing where the ball is without seeing it, and down, keeping the shoulder blades back. This one's not too hard. They're going to get harder. Starting out fairly easy here. We're looking for is how to tell where your body is in space at any given time. So the body can adjust, the brain can adjust the body. If you start to fall, it recognizes that you're off to one side and brings you right back to the middle again. Bring the arms down. Let's give the shoulders a break. Hands right here on the ball. Keeping it right into the chest, we're going to roll just the shoulders around. Keep the face straight up front. Torso stays out front. All you're rolling is that shoulder girdle around. And bring it back to the other side. Same thing. Just the shoulders around. Everything else stays forward. And back to the middle one more time. Around. First rotation really for the upper spine. We want to make sure that we get it warmed up before we go any harder with it. Other side. And back. Hands out. Right in front. This time we're going to rotate the torso. Really concentrate on sits bones, knees, toes, right forward. Don't move at all. Everything above it is the rotation. Around. Back to the front. Other side. Follow the ball around. Get the shoulders back as much as you can. And bring it back. Center. Drop it down. Shake that out. 15 minutes in. Grab water. We're going to go back to the ball. We're not done with the ball. But you deserve water right now. You've worked hard. So you should feel this really great stretch of the upper body. So when we were talking at the beginning, I was saying that my left shoulder was giving me problems when we started. It's not anymore. I am an absolute believer in exercise as medicine. Without a question. Put the ball on the floor. Put it right down there. Have some fun with it on the floor. What we're going to do? Let me do this from an angle so you can see what's going on. Ball's there. You're back here in the chair, out to the edge of the chair. Shoulder blades are back, chest is up. First thing we're going to do is just pick the foot up. Heel first. Ball of the foot, toe. Tap with just the toe lightly. Feel the muscles working in the front of the hip. to lift that leg and then hold it in place. So again, same foot. Heel first, off the toe, reach. Tap lightly, toe back up, and down. So this is part of a gait pattern. This is how you walk. You pick the heel up first, then come off the ball of the foot, the toe, stepping forward. And then that toe has to come up. As you're walking, if you don't bring that toe up, you're going to drag that toe on the ground. So you want to be able to pick that up, working these muscles in the front of the lower leg. Up, tap, and back down. So a couple things. Try not to lean forward as you do this. This makes picking up the leg so much easier. But you don't want to be walking like that with looking right straight down at the ground. You want to be able to see out in front of you to scan what's coming up. So you're going to keep that back straight. You're looking right straight out in front of you as you pick the foot up. And back down. One more time on this side. Up. And back down. Giving that leg a break. Let's go to the other side. So I used to move the ball around, and then I'd have to try to get it all stationary again so it didn't roll around. I've learned I just move my chair now. I'm not too stupid. A little bit. Up. Tap with the other foot. Up and back down as lightly as you possibly can on the ball. Up. Tap with just the toe. Bring it back in. And set it down. Ball the foot first. Toe, ball, heel. Up. Tap, and back down, drop the toe, ball the foot, and the heel. So what we're doing is we're using those muscles, we're controlling them. We're telling which muscles are going to work when to get the effect that you need to have happen. Toe down, ball the foot, and heel. One more time, up. So this is an exercise I did when I did personal training with people who are really deconditioned, who are having a real problem walking. And we normally couldn't use a ball this high. It really caused problems for them. So we would use just like a book. Because we lose this motion, this movement to bring that foot up a lot. These hip flexors get really tight. These muscles get really weak in the shin. We can't pick our toe up. And so I've had it where they can barely get the foot up off the floor. So we have to do something really low. If you can use the ball, fantastic. All right, next, we're going to go to the side. So I'm going to be more on to the camera this time. Feet on the outside. Pick the foot up, to the side, tap, and back down. Staying on that side. Back stays straight. Shoulder blades stay back. Don't let yourself lean forward or to the side. It's really easy on this one to kind of lean off to the side to bring that foot over. Again, when you're walking, if you need to move the foot sideways, you don't want to lean to have to do it. You need to be straight. You need to be over your base of support, that single leg. So concentrate on keeping the body straight as you bring it up and out. Feel the muscles working on the outside of the hip as well as the inside of the thigh. Up. Move, keep that foot straight. Tap the ball. Out. And back down nice and slow. One more. Up. One last bell to answer. And down. Other side. Again. Start out right, knees, toes forward, shoulder blades back, chest is out. Pick the foot right straight up. Heel first, ball the foot, toe. Bring it to the middle, tap, out, and down. So what you should feel in this hip flexor is when you just lifted forward and tapped the ball, it was right in the front of the hip flexor, between the leg and the hip, or the torso. This time as you pick it up and move it, you're going to feel those muscles working out from that. They radiate out from the middle of that and back down. As you're moving that leg, different muscles are engaged to bring it in, tap, and down. And the core is working so hard to keep you upright. And that's important because that strengthens the core. And back out. And you're using the fine motor muscles to bring that heel up first, to bring the toe up, and then raise that toe up, inner thigh to bring that leg in, tap the ball slowly so you're using these muscles in the shin and in the calf, and back down. All kinds of stuff going on here. One more time. Up, over, tap lightly, and back, down. Ooh, okay. Leaving the ball right there. Take one leg up, a little wider. You're going to pick this leg up all the way over the top, step it down, pick it back up, and over. What you're not doing is leaning out to the side. So If you turn the torso, there's nothing to that. That's nothing. We're not working any muscles there, so what we got to do is keep the shoulders back, looking right straight out in front, picking that foot up, bringing it cross body, feeling the stretch on the outside of that hip. Tap, up, and back over again. It's a lot of work that goes into it. You're going to feel this hip really engage to do that. We started on the wrong foot. That's okay. That's fine. Because I did it. So it's fine that we did it this way. I did it on purpose. We're staying with that same leg on purpose. I don't know why, but it's on purpose. So what I got my knee doing on that last one is it kind of rolled out to the side as I came across. Don't do that. Keep the foot flat on the ground. You need your base of support. If you were standing, you need that base of support to be right there, no matter this leg's coming in and then going back out again. So you really need to strengthen up all the muscles, down the leg, around the knee, ankles, up, over, hips, inner thighs, and back. Other side, other side, other side. It seems so easy. It's not. It's not so easy. Up. Sits bones stay flat. They don't move. Only thing that's moving is this leg, and especially in the hip socket. Up. Whoa, caught the ball. And up. So you really want to try to do that, not look at the ball as you're doing it, up and over, so that you start to get the sense of how high you have to pick it up. It's that proprioception thing. Where is my foot? You don't have to look at it to know. Up and across and back. So another thing I just recognized as we're doing this, here's what makes it easier that you shouldn't do, is as you lift the foot up, you lean back in the chair so you can get that leg higher. That's not working the hip flexors at all. So what you want to do is shoulder blades back, staying right where you are. Just the foot comes up, over the top, and down. I really feel those hip flexors engage when I do that. I mean, it's just super engaged. They're just that burn that comes with working them that hard. Okay. All right. Ball in your hands, feet apart. Just shoulder blades back, going into a hip hinge out. As you do, arms come forward. And back up again. So remember with the hip hinge, you're out on the edge of the chair. That glute fold is on the edge of the chair. That's space between the butt and the leg. You're hinging right there, putting the weight down into the legs. Arms come right straight out. You don't move your chin at all. And back up. Torso, spine stays up into the head, just where it is. Every muscle is working to keep everything stationary. All those muscles contract to hold everything else in place. So where it seems like all we're working is the core or the shoulders, we're working every muscle in the body to keep the foot flat on the floor, to keep the knees straight. And back up. Shoulder blades stay back. Arms have that little bend. You don't realize that every muscle is working when you move. And that's the problem. When muscles get weak, we start losing that movement. We start losing that ability to contract the muscles and keep you in the position you need to be. So you really need to focus on getting those working the way they're supposed to. Well, like that. Just a nice easy bounce. Down and up. Grab it on the floor and up. This is a fun one. You can try doing it with the eyes closed. No, don't do that. That's too hard. Down and up. But it is good. Down and up. All right, so the next one is up in the air and catch it. Up and catch. Start low, up. We're working agility here. We're working the fine motor muscles. Our coordination, our reaction time is all being tested here. Following it into your hands and dropping. Hopefully you're a good catcher. Up. There are people who can't, who don't move their hands. So as the ball's coming down, people like to just keep their hands flat. But what it should be is your arms come down, softening it. Because everything you do, when you put a foot down, the joints should be working in conjunction so you don't have jarring movements, so you don't hit the floor every time. All right. Down, up, down. Bring it up. A little harder. And up. As you you're going down, bring it up, grab it, down, and up one more time, and there. So that's something you should be doing all the time because it's so good for your reaction time. It's so good for the fine motor muscles. It smooths your movements out. There's just so much you gain from it. All right. I'm not going to do the next. The next one is this. You'll be chasing it. But if you get a chance, when you have time, when you're playing with the ball and you don't know what else to do, you can bounce it off the knees too. It's always fun. A little more challenging. Then you have to work on which way it's going. So up. But think about it. When you do that, it's how hard do you drop the ball or push it down? How high do you bring the knee? Can you keep the leg flat so that the ball comes right straight up? If your leg goes off to the side and you hit the bone and it goes off, the ball goes off to the side, can you grab? Can you reach out fast enough to get it? And grip at the same time that you're reaching. It's just so much involved. Those little things become so important. All right, grab a drink of water. We're going to go to the band. We're putting the ball down for right now. Enough fun for today. It's not fun anymore. Now we're going to get serious. No, we're not. Nope. Feet apart. So you got the band. The reason we use the band. This band is really nice because you don't have to grip it. It's not like I've got those tube bands. You have to do a lot of gripping with those. These are nice because you just put your hands in there. So if you've got arthritis in the fingers, you don't have to bring them in and squeeze hard. You can just keep the hand fully extended. Really important on this one, wrists don't move. So as you're bringing the arms out, so we're going to do a scapular retraction, bring the shoulder blades together, squeeze it, and back. When you bring that band out, as you're making more distance between there, don't let the hands come in. That puts all sorts of stress on the wrists. Keep the wrists straight, plus you're working the grip strength, the forearm, the muscles in the top side of the arm that keep that wrist hand out and back in, because otherwise the band would pull it in. You're using those muscles, and you can feel it if you come in with the hands at an angle and then just roll them out. You're going to feel all kinds of work happening through the outside of the arm. Shoulder blades together, squeeze them, and back up. Down, back, and up. Two more, and up. One more, back, and up. Left palm goes on the right thigh. Left palm, right thigh. Palm down. Right hand, palm up inside the band. Getting set up for band exercise is the hardest thing. It's harder than doing the exercise. So you got it right there. One palm up, one palm down. You're using that hand below as a brace for it. So the upper hand's doing all the work. We're going to do a curl. Elbow stays next to the torso, and it's up and back down. Don't let the band get slack. Keep just a little bit of tension in it so these biceps that are doing all the work, muscles in the front of the top of the front of the arm, are doing all the work. They're contracting to bring that lower arm up and then back down again. If your band is not giving you any pressure here, you're not feeling enough in the biceps, one thing you can do is just put the hand down. This is a lot more work for the other arm and the triceps, but it might work for you. Up. Again, elbow stays right next to the torso. Don't let it go back. Up and back down. You don't have to have a big movement. All you need to feel are those muscles, those biceps in the front of the upper arm. Do the work to bring the hand up and back down one more time. Up and back down. Another thing you can do with this is just a demo, is you can put it around the foot and then go into a hip hinge and do the curl that way. That gives you a lot more pressure, but it's up to you. Whatever's most comfortable. You just want to feel it. All you care about are these muscles right here in the front of the top of the arm. All right, other side. Right palm on left knee. Left palm up and curl it up and back down. Elbow out to the side next to the torso. And if you can, keep the elbow out away from the torso just a little bit. And there's a whole lot more work that goes on to stabilize that arm than if you put it right against the torso. Up and back down. So you may not feel this on the first couple, but you will, or you should on the upper arm. Up and back down. Palms out. Again, don't let the weight or the band pull the wrist down. Keep the wrist straight as you come up and back down again. My band rolled up. Up and back down. Two more. One more. Up. Hold. And down. Left palm, right side of the chest. Right palm inside the band, pointing down. So left hand, right side of the chest on that right shoulder. Right hand down. We're going to take and extend at the elbow and come back up again. Arm stays right where it is. The only thing that's happening is we're hinging at the elbow out. Again, don't let the band pull the wrist in. And back. Out. And back. So, triceps, back of the upper arm. Contracting. Brings that lower arm out back. And back in. So it pulls. Muscles pull. They're pulling to bring that lower arm up and back and down. Biceps lift you to the front. Triceps lift to the back. Every muscle has an antagonist muscle. The ones that work with it in opposition, biceps and triceps are that thing, that combo. They have to both be strong. You can't have just one muscle group doing all the work when there's supposed to be another one helping it. And back in. Or even worse, the weak muscle group becomes the strong one. Out and in. Other side. Right hand. Left chest. Up on that shoulder. Left palm facing down. You've got that band wrapping around the palm or around the hand. And so the thumb is extended out, so it goes around that webbing between the thumb and the forefinger. Extend at the elbow and bring it back. Elbows back, out, and in. All the movement happens, all of it in the elbow. And up. It's doing all the hinging. Out, hold, squeeze the muscles. You're going to feel the muscle in the back of the arm really contract. And then bring it up. Out, squeeze it, and bring it back in. Nice and tight. And up. Out. One more time. One more because it's fun. I know you want to do like 10 more, but you can't. We don't have time. As soon as we're done here, though, and class is over, you can get that band out, and you can do all kinds of exercises. All right, hold on. Let me think about this. We're going to bring the arm up on the side. So palm out. One palm right there in front of the thigh or on the thigh. Other one, palm up, out on the side, and bring it back down. So it's kind of a diagonal. With the palms up, you're lifting that arm up. And back down again, working the deltoids around the shoulder socket. Front and side, 2 of the 3. And back. Up. Again, palm is straight. Feel how hard those muscles have to work in the arm to hold the palm. Right straight up, not letting the wrist move. And back down. If you let the wrist come down as you come up, you're putting all sorts of stress on the wrist, plus you're not using the muscles to do the work. Putting stress on the joint to do it, and it's not meant for that. And back down one more time. Bring it up. And back down. Beauty of this, you'll feel it all the way through the arm. Triceps, biceps, forearm are all engaged on this one. Left palm up, right hand, palm down, holding the band on the leg. Get that arm out at a diagonal in front of you and lift. And back down. So you should have felt the other one by the time you were done with super fatigue. This one, nice and fresh as you come up. But after you do about 3, 4 of them, starting to get tired, you can feel those muscles really start to work. Up. Once you start breaking them down, once you start fatiguing those muscles, they will start to break down, and that's where they start to build back up again, where you get your strength. And back down, a couple more. Up. And back down, last one. Last one, up. Hold. And back down. Again. Check that out. Left palm. Right side of the chest. Right hand, we're going to take and put it between the thumb and forefinger, palm away. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to push out with the hand, roll the shoulder, and bring it back in. So you get that band between the thumb and forefinger in the webbing. Get the other hand on the shoulder. You're going to roll forward out, and then roll the shoulder out, but you don't. You want to feel the muscles working in the chest to give you that little extra roll of the shoulder forward, and the muscles stretching in the upper back. Again, out. So you're doing a push-up here, and back. Palm stays straight. This one, it's really easy to let the palm come back in. Keep it out flat. And bring it back. Out. Roll the shoulder up. And bring it in. Elbow comes back at about a 45-degree angle down. Out. And back. Push it and bring it back. Other side. Right palm. Left shoulder. Left hand. It's going to push out. And bring it back in again. Palm stays straight. Roll the shoulder out when you get to the end. Don't forget that. So it's not just pushing out and extending at the elbow. It is also then rolling the shoulder out. Muscles in the outside of the chest. Those low pec minors on the outside of the chest. Do the work to roll that shoulder forward. So we're not just strengthening up these muscles through the middle of the chest, those pec majors, big muscle groups. You got to get those ones on the outside too, under the shoulders. Roll it out and bring it back. It's going to stabilize that shoulder. Out and back in. And again, muscle groups have to work together. Out. So you need to have strong pec minors outside of the chest as well as pec majors on the inside of the chest. Out and back in one more time. Take it out and bring it back in. We're going to do one more. We're going to do one more. We're really running out of time, but we're going to take and do a row. Put it around your foot, around the foot, follow the foot. We're going to do it this way. So you got the band. It's around the ball of the foot. Make sure it's flat on there. Keep the foot flat on the floor. We're doing a hip hinge into it. Hands on the thighs as you lean forward, so you keep those shoulder blades back. We bring the elbow back, squeeze it back, and come down. So don't let that band move under the foot. Don't let it come hit you in the face. Back and down. So now you're gripping a little more on the band, but not a lot. You just got to bend in the knuckles, not the wrist. Shoulder blades back and down. So don't twist on this one, because if your head is down at all, chin to the chest, and you rotate at the same time, you're going to stress that lower back. The shoulder blades back, stay in neutral position. Remember, spine does one thing. Right now we're rotating it. It doesn't bend and rotate at the same time. Well, you can try it, but it'll do it a little bit, but it'll make you pay for it. Shoulder blade back and down. Posture muscles, these are the muscles between the shoulder blades that we strengthen up to keep the shoulder blades back so that we don't hunch forward, chin to chest. Back, other side. Switch feet. Put the right on the left side, left on the right side. No, just kidding. All right. Hip hinge. Hand on the thighs to keep your shoulders square to the floor. Don't let yourself twist at all. Use the hands to brace that. You're bringing that elbow back as far as it'll go. When you get it straight back, you're going to roll just a little bit in. Feel that shoulder blade work to pull that shoulder back just a little bit and release. Don't let go hard. Keep tension on that band. Keeping those muscles working all the way through this. And down. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Make sure you're not twisting. I was going into this little turn to the side because looking at the camera. That's wrong. That's bad cueing. Back down. Bring it up. Shoulder blade back. Squeeze it. Again, you want to feel this through the shoulder blade, all the way to the spine. As you bring it up, tight, and back down. One more. Back, and release. Band away. Put the bands away. Shake the arms out, grab a drink of water. We get a couple minutes to stretch here. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is up. Right there in your neutral position. Just hang there for a second. Just stay there for a second. All right. Palms up. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Hands up overhead. Stretch out through the shoulders. Upper arms. Roll the fingers. Intertwine the fingers. Roll the palms away. Feel how much more stretch you get when you do that. It goes down into the forearms. Get the front and back of the arms. It just accentuates the stretch so much. All right. Bring the hands down. Bring them around to the back. Grab onto the back of your chair. Elbows back. Shoulders back as deep as you can get them. Deep breath in. Lean forward just a little bit. Get as much stretch as you can. You feel it going all the way up from the lower back through the shoulders. You'll feel the chest stretch out. Deep breath in and exhale, coming forward, rolling the shoulders down toward the floor or forward, chin to chest. Deep breath in, great stretch for the upper back, those muscles we just worked on that narrow row we did. And then grab onto the back of the chair one more time, opening up the chest. Deep breath in through the nose, push the stomach out, exhale, coming forward. And back. Back we go. A couple more shoulder stretches. Hand across. Reach. All right, let's use both arms. Roll the shoulders, push, and bring it back. Other side, out. That shoulder goes around. Elbow goes back as that palm goes forward on the front arm. Elbow on the back, palm in the front. And bring it back in one more time each side. Roll it. Bring it back, last one. Out. And back in. Hands down. Under the thighs. Bring the torso down on the thighs, but don't come up yet. We're going to bring the arms out to the sides. Shoulder blades back. Start deep breath in through the nose. Use the arms to help give you momentum to come up so you're not using the lower back. Deep breath in, fill the lungs, push the stomach out, exhale, coming back down again. Lay yourself on top of the thighs so that you can get all the air out of the lungs. Pushing the core up, all those muscles in the ab muscles up into the diaphragm, pushing the air out of the lungs. And arms out, shoulder blades back. Deep breath in through the nose, stomach out, and exhale as you come back down again. That was a good one. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And we will have fun on Friday when you come back too, because every day is a fun day. Thank you.